I had no idea if this was going out. The stream's not officially starting for a few more minutes, and I'm just taking the time to set everything up. I've got an entirely new encoding and streaming setup yet again, and I've got no idea if any of this is going to work, so bear with me. Right now my video bitrate is dangerously high. Very dangerously high. Okay, we've got someone in the chat. Is there any video going out? Yeah, this video bitrate is way too high. Okay, are we live? Please let me know whether or not I'm live. I have no idea. It's just telling me that the stream is starting soon. Clock just turned to 8, which means that they should be live. But as usual, I'm not getting any feedback. Ah, this is lovely. Okay, I am now hoping that this is actually going to stream. It does not seem to take kindly to actually start the stream prior to everything going live. Why is this not working? Okay, trying this once more. Let's change some encoder settings. Please, for the love of something holy, work. It's telling me I'm live. Oh, hello. Are we live now? Are we live now? I have no idea what's going on. Okay, it's just on live since 30 seconds ago. Hello, is this going to work? I want to see if there's lag. Fucking hell. I have no idea what's going on. YouTube is just refusing to eat anything. It's stuck at starting. Oh, there we go. So there's about a minute of lag on this. Let's refresh the page, get everything running. This was very, very annoying. Okay. Finally we are live. Okay. That was extremely annoying. I have no idea. Something's wrong with the audio? What's wrong with the audio? Oh, I guess it's... okay, that should fix it. No, that's... oh, fucking hell. Hang on. I'll get an entirely new setup for this. Oh, this should be right. This should be fine. This should be fine now. Give me a moment. There's so much new shit. YouTube troubleshooting v live stream. You have fixed it, okay. Right, can we actually get working? No we can't, because my stream status is still yellow. Because something's going horribly wrong. And now the stream looks frozen to me. Oh well. People are telling me it's good. So let's just get this working. Okay. Sorry about that again. I have no idea what the hell happened. I'm never going to use that schedule stream feature again in the future because it clearly breaks everything. So, this is the machine we're going to be working on. It's a 2013 Dell Inspiron something of the other. We already had a quick look at this in the Trash Pick live stream some time ago. And it's just not pairing on at all. Entirely dead. I need to fetch a Dell charger and need to verify that it's still there, but it's not just been wet, so give me a sec. Well, let's see. Let's see what happens. After those 10 minutes of troubleshooting, I hope we can at least get a good stream. It's plugged in, draws no power whatsoever. Power button does absolutely nothing. You should do a live trash pick. That would not work for so many reasons. And well, let's see what this does with a battery. There should be a battery. I don't think it charges the battery either. I think it's 100% dead. %100% dead. If the battery even fits. There we go. Yeah, it does absolutely nothing, drawing no power with the battery inserted. Still entirely dead. Because I don't know if the battery's actually in working order. So let's just get this thing apart. In fact, it's already partially apart. I have a keyboard 8. I haven't have a motherboard 8, but we're going to be freeing the motherboard from the case completely. I've never worked in a Dell this modern before, so there's probably going to be some hiccups. Some hiccups. Real annoying part about the streaming issues is I've got an entirely new streaming computer, which has a Core i5-2500K, which supports Intel QuickSync encoding, and I did some tests earlier, and it worked great. But during the troubleshooting of a stream, I just disabled QuickSync, and I'm doing software encoding now, which is not anywhere near as practical since it's using up all my CPU power. So I'm not gonna know if QuickSync was actually the issue, or if that was just something absolutely wrong with YouTube. I think there was something absolutely wrong with YouTube. Move the two bendy lights. No. I will force you to enjoy my golden IKEA bendy light. Just look at how golden that is. Isn't it lovely? So the spec of this machine is some relatively high-end i5. I think it gets like a bit over 4,000 points in CPUbenchmark.net at passmark stuff. So this is a reasonably strong laptop, which is why I'm willing to actually give it some attention. And it's got a HDMI output, which is surprisingly rare for these cheapy laptops. And I always need more HDMI capable laptops. It's great for testing TVs and stuff. I lost all my focus when doing that stressful bloody YouTube troubleshooting thing. I was so happy and hyped and glad to be testing out my lovely new streaming setup, and then just nothing works and everything falls apart. But I guess we're live now. It could be worse. I don't know if this is one of those laptops where the bottom comes off or the top comes off. The newer machines tend to have the bottom coming off, but this looks more like one of those where the top actually comes off, even though it's relatively modern. So we're going to go with trying to rip the top off. That seems like the more sensible choice. I'm triggered about the IKEA lights. They're great. I can make your life even more triggered. How's that? Nah, not going to be that rude. Cheapy laptop service, cheapy laptop service. I don't have any interesting commentary about this laptop. It's literally just a trash pick. I know nothing about it. It's actually relatively fresh. I haven't seen any liquid damage on it. Nothing obvious anyway. I mean, if we have a look at the metal here, it just looks pretty much new. In fact, this machine is all in all very, very fresh. So I think it might not have lived too long a life. It does have an AMD GPU, which is not usually a good sign. Those tend to fail a lot in my experience. And I did just notice in this corner here we've actually got something which could be liquid damage. But there's no motherboard in that corner, so I don't know what issue that actually would cause. I'm thinking that's not an issue. How does this actually come apart? This is a bit confusing. It's not like most laptops. It is not like most laptops. don't need the wireless card. You probably... Let's see. There we go. That's a better camera angle. Alright, so for those who are just joining us, we're taking apart this Dell laptop after some considerable YouTube streaming difficulties. And I'm sure the beginning of this stream is going to be lovely on the DVR. And this laptop just does not power on at all. It is 100% dead, draws no power from the charger. And I've got no idea what's wrong with it. It came out of the trash. It's a 2013 model, relatively strong i5 CPU, some kind of AMD graphics chip. And anything could be wrong, but I'm thinking it's going to be some power thing, since it's just so entirely dead. As usual, we don't have any schematic for this, so chance of success is a bit limited. If I can even get inside. Oh, there we go. There we go. Snap, crackle, pop. I don't want it to be too harsh on this machine because it's actually cosmetically in pretty good condition. Oh, there we go. Snap, crackle, pop. Ugh, big motherboard. That's never a good sign. And signs of water damage. No. This is looking quite fresh. No signs of any water on this at all. No signs of liquid damage. I clicked that like button. Yes, you should click the like button. Everyone should click the like button. Chat is telling me to shill my Patreon, so I'm going to shill my Patreon. If you wish to see me get a more proper streaming setup and be inspired to actually test my streams prior to starting them, do give me money on Patreon. Giving FF Cossack money on Patreon ensures prime quality content. I'm not convincing anyone, am I? How's this come out? How's this even look? No? So we do have some liquid damage. Let's zoom in. I'm thinking it's from the trash rather than the actual cause of failure on the machine. We will have a look at that. This is what the bendy lights are for. I'm too cheap to have a proper microscope light. No, I need to get that. No, stop. Let's see, this has worked in the past. Why is this not working? I used to be able to just get my microscope on the secondary screen. Why is this not working? Since I'm just using my video camera as... There we go. There we go. Full zoom. Oh god, that's digital zoom, right? And nothing wrong with digital zoom. In this case, actually. Let's just get rid of all that noise. There we go. So we do have quite a bit of corrosion there by the battery connector. Alright, let's get rid of a digital zoom actually. I can do digital zoom of a computer if I need to. Yeah, that's looking a bit nasty, but I don't think that's going to be the cause of failure for this machine. Again, we're sitting in a dumpster with a battery plugged in, and yeah, it was wet. There was no sign of liquid damage on the keyboard. Anyway, especially not on that area, it doesn't even make sense for water to seep in around there. Yeah, water could seep in around there, but there's no sign of that having happened, so I don't think that liquid damage is actually having anything to do with the machine being dead. Hello Ludwig, how are you? I'm doing just fine. Rossman would be heaving. He wouldn't touch a piece of shit like this. And that's looking nasty. And lots of stuff looking a bit nasty. Granted, the issue with this machine could be that it was having some other issue, and which is causing it to not power on. But they we just have this water damage causing issues as well. It's impossible to know, really. It is impossible to know. Oh, we're gonna get this motherboard out. Have a look. How did you come? There we go. No signs of water damage in the bottom of the case. It's just fine. So case can go away. In fact, let's see. Can I grab a DC input? No, I can't because it's stuck in by hinge. How annoying. Right. Rightio. So, what else do we have on this board? I'm not really seeing anything horribly disfigured. Ugh, we've got soldered in CPU. That's annoying. That's annoying. I prefer the socketed ones. So we could have like a blown fuse or something due to the water damage. And since this was water damaged in a dumpster, it could have water damage on both sides of the board, not just the top. We should check the CMOS battery, because that is a classic cause of failure. No, that's doing fine. Let's pop that out anyway. We don't need that for the time being. I can't see any. Oh, hello. What is that? What is that? Where are we? Where is my finger? Oh, the camera's pointing in an absolutely retarded direction. I have found a problem which we need to have a look at. If I can manage to aim this microscope somewhere useful. Focus, please. Where are my lines? Please give me a line. There's my finger. So I want to go that way. There are my lines. That is number 29. Which is where I want to be. Good. Perfect. Let's have a look at this. let us have a look at this. We have a scratch. A big scratch. Has that shorted anything or cut any traces? It doesn't really look as if it has. Well, we're going to have to clean that up a bit to get a better look. Is using a leaf blower to clean a PC a good idea? As long as you don't throw any horrible dirt in it, I suppose. I mean, if you fire a rock through your leaf blower into your PC, that PC is going to be fucked. Alright. Exposure, please. Exposure, please. Manual exposure plus 0.25. Go away. Lights, camera action, and now we're horribly overexposed. Would be very nice to have a real optical microscope, but that is so far out of my budget. That looks fine. Doesn't seem to be any component ripped off due to this. But we could possibly have a short between those two traces there. Let's just have a scratch. Well, yeah, if that was the short, that should be gone now. I wonder how this has happened. Someone must have been a bit violent at some stage. Yeah, this is looking pretty okay now, I'd say. That begs the question, do we have other scratches on the board? And what would they be causing? Are any of these traces fucked? No, I wouldn't think so, they. That doesn't look like the scratch has even gone through the solder mask. Let's fire off the soldering iron. We're probably going to need it if we have more issues like this on the board. 65 people watching, welcome. Late joiners missed the horrible encoding setup party we were having earlier. Save up your Patreon and you could get yourself a Mantis in about 700 years. Yes, that's excluding food. So we're talking about a millennium, really. I have actually used a Mantis microscope and I wasn't too impressed. Like, if you're working, constantly swapping between the microscope and other stuff, then I'm sure it's comfortable, but I honestly prefer a more traditional microscope. At work we actually got one of those Amscope scopes the other day and it's lovely. Absolutely wonderful. I want to get one at home. Hello, what's been happening? We spent a lot of time trying to get the stream actually working at all. And now we're trying to fix this computer, which has an issue where it will not power on at all. And we've found a scratch on the motherboard, and I'm just gonna clean this up a bit. I don't think this is a major issue. And I want a bit less exposure on that. Let's go back to AE. No, not focus, exposure. You can see the horrible menu layout on this camera. All the actual useful manual options are hidden. Oh, fuck. Go away. Are hidden down below. Where else do we have horrible splashes? I'm just flowing this to kind of keep the solder to the pads. Try and get it away from between the pads where it could possibly short out. Well, that's looking pretty fine, I think. Oh, elephants. Yeah, my nose does that when I blow it, and I'm not entirely in good health yet. So yeah, I'm going to be blowing my nose probably a few times during this stream. And it happens so often I can't be bothered warning people about it. So yeah, be prepared for trumpet noises. Trump noises, ha ha ha. Let's see, where's the power management IC on this board? Question is, should I try just measuring around voltages and stuff, or should I just fix random shit and hope for the best? Since we don't have a schematic, I think I'll just like randomly clean parts of the board and hope for the best, because we do have this obvious liquid damage up in the corner. What microscope are you using? A horrible cheap camcorder. Which is why I don't have an optical path, I'm just watching the monitor there. Which I should turn the brightness up on. My microscope setup is so bad. The microscope is going by HDMI into the computer, and then I'm using OBS Studio to capture that HDMI signal, and I'm just using the full screen projector feature to put a piece of the stream feed onto that monitor. So there's like 100 milliseconds of lag. You can see like between the monitor and the captured microscope, there's like so much lag in there. So it's very difficult to work under. Very difficult indeed. Let's just clean this up a bit. Hey, so that's another scratch. Oh, that's a capacitor under all that corrosion, okay. This is pretty nasty. This is pretty nasty. Is that shorted out? No. Many mega ohms across that, so that's good enough. That's good enough. Focus, please. Please focus. Now let's just get some flux on there and like solder it a bit just for the sake of it. It might displace a bit of water corrosion that's underneath the chip. Cap. that ought to not make things worse at least. And these guys are looking quite corroded as well. Big caps. Are you shorted? No. 5 megohms though. Yeah. If that changes when we clean that up, that's not good. That means we've got a bunch of shit under the caps. And I don't like having shit under my caps. That usually makes things work poorly. So did our resistance change from doing that? I think we see a lower resistance. Oh no, no, it's exactly the same. So I think that might be. Alright, is that good enough? I kind of want to take one of those off and have a look. Oh, there's no way in hell that's gonna focus properly. Or is it? Oh, it is focusing properly. Yeah, I kind of want to take one of those guys off. I don't like the look of that. Hot air station. Fox. Tweezers. I'll just grab one of these. Come on. Oh wow, that looks great actually. Okay. So those are not going to be much of an issue. I don't think. Oh god, this is a part where I melt my laptop screen with a hot air gun. FF Cossack troubleshoots Dell Inspiron and kills it completely. It was already completely dead. So we cannot make it worse. This part is nasty though. Yuck. So much corrosion. Now that board is hot, so my alcohol is evaporating straight into my nose. Where are my toothpicks? Where are my toothpicks? Why are my toothpicks not right in front of me, where they're supposed to be? There my toothpicks are. Any UPS related stuff coming lately? No. I've got a giant APC UPS I've intended to make a teardown of for like a year, but I never get around to it because it's a big boring thing. I don't like those giant UPSs that run off of super high voltage batteries. They're just boring. Stop evaporating. Stupid alcohol. Stop evaporating. Oh god, the lag. The lag on this camera is so bad. It's almost impossible to work under. Cleansy, cleansy. Scratchity, scratchity. There's a lot of shit coming off this board, that's for sure. Yuck. Yeah. Ugh. That looks like... Yuck. 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 An ultrasonic cleaner would be nice. I can't afford that. Part of me wants to reflow that chip. In fact, part of me wants to reflow this entire area just to... Yeah. Getting some flux flowing underneath that would probably clean it up a bit, because I'm afraid there might be water stuck underneath there. And the capillary force of the flux moving around could make everything better, so we'll just do that. Oh, it would be so nice to have actual schematics and things for these boards. Would make life so much easier. But there are many things which make life easier. You can't have them all. Especially not if your thing is just fixing trash. There we go. That's resoldered. Maybe it looks better, maybe it doesn't. We'll just move on. Now that is nasty. That could very well have something to do with this board not pairing on properly. That is nasty. This is just going to evaporate instantly. Yeah, alcohol's just boiling away. How annoying. Oh god, I've got some on the bench. That's never a good thing. Yeah, we'll just reflow that. Hold up with flux. And use more heat. And then once it's cooled down, we'll just clean the residue off with alcohol. Yeah, those solder joints are fucked. Oh god. That smells like chocolate. Something milk based. So yeah, we're gonna have to clean that up with manually. That's not gonna go away with any kind of application of heat. Yuck. We need to pre-clean this. Oh, disgusting. Oh, my alcohol just evaporating since I heated it. Oh well. Man, is this disgusting. I think we're gonna have to take that transistor off, because I don't trust what lies beneath it. I do not trust what lies beneath this. Use toothbrush. Is this water damage? This particular part is. I don't know if it's the cause of the initial discarding of this computer. But yeah, this is obviously water damage. But it could be from the dumpster, since this was lying outside in the rain, with a battery plugged in. Yeah, that transistor is so full of shit. It has to come off. Hopefully it's not ruined. Okay, that's kind of clean-ish. Clean enough. So let's get that transistor off. Yeah, that's dirty. That is dirty. Clean it quickly before the alcohol evaporates. Let's have a look at the actual transistor as well. Could be a bunch of crap underneath it. Come on. Oh. It just flew away. That transistor's airborne. I have no idea where it went. Not the slightest. That's fantastic. So the issue with working on stuff like this is I don't have spare parts for anything. So if I lose a transistor like that, it's not a good day. Oh, how annoying. How annoying. Where the hell did that go? Where the hell is my transistor? That is not good. This is not good. I found it. I found a SOT 23 on my carpet. Look at that. Look at that. Right. There. Is my SOT 23. Would you believe it? Good thing I vacuumed before. Come on. Oh, what a miracle. What a miracle. So let's not repeat that. Let's just look at the transistor, and yeah, it's a bit grimy. A tad. Now let's just clean it up slightly. Just rub it between the legs, makes it happy. Boink. Don't you go anywhere. Oh yeah. That's clean enough for me. Let's measure those resistors and get it back in place. Are these fucked? Nope. And nope. Well, I'm saying that they're not fucked because it's not entirely open circuit. I have no idea what those resistors are supposed to be. But the question remains, where is Michael? Banned. Since a long time ago. Your audio volume varies greatly. Yeah, that's because I have a fixed microphone. I have an extremely aggressive compressor setup, but when I walk around the room, it doesn't help any. It can't be helped. If I set it to anything more aggressive, it'll just start compressing noise for you, and that's not going to make anyone happy. Right. Stay in place. Let's get some tin on there. And just a disclaimer, I really have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm just randomly cleaning this board out. This kind of repair work is pretty hit and miss. There's no way of knowing whether or not you're actually going to succeed. If you're doing this like for customers, you usually have a description of the issue, something to go on. I just said nothing. A randomly failed laptop. So the only thing we can do is just fix the obvious. And if it doesn't work after that, well, then it's fucked. And we'll just have to let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Come on. Get on those solder balls. Alright, we'll just hot air it. I'm just in. What's the problem? This laptop doesn't work and it's water damaged, and it could have some other issue, I don't know. And we're just fixing the obvious stuff in case it starts working. Oh, come on. This microscope is so horrible, so bad. So horribly, awfully bad. The lag is making everything, makes me want to die. It makes me want to die. I'm better off just working with my face close to the board, really. Now we're out of focus. Hey, it worked. Ah, that's lovely. Way too much shoulder and back, but it's gonna work. It's stuck down. Moving on. Do we have anything more fucked around here? It's looking pretty clean. Low value resistor is that good. It's good. We had some more power resistors here. Are you good? 332, yes, that's good. 10 RO. That's good. 3R3. You're good. There should be pretty much just entire short circuit. 3.3 ohms, yeah. 3.3, yeah. Good enough. Good enough for me. You're okay. Moving on, here's another chip. How's that look? That's clean. And nothing we can fix without do more research. There's yet another chip. Oh, that's Realtek Crabs. He'll see something that's going to be the audio chip. That's not going to be our issue. That's not going to be our issue. What more do we have? Oh, and by the way, if you're watching this, do hit the like button because it helps the channel out. It would be very kind of you. It makes me money and allows me to keep fixing shit like this with no profit. And it allows me to entertain you. Who knows, perhaps we can even afford a real microscope someday. I am in the process of actually setting up a post box in case because lots of people are asking to send me stuff. And since I'm working from home, I kind of don't want to give out my home address too much. But with a post box, people can just send me stuff whenever they want. Realtek. Something or the other. Not going to be our issue. It's looking pretty fine. I liked when I got in. Good job. This volume threshold is set too high, I think. Yeah, the audio is a bitch to set up. It's a delicate ballet between constant noise getting out within the stream, horrible noise gating artifacts, and just getting the compressor working at all. My setup is just not very good. Sadly, it should be better than it's ever been before, though. At least it sounded good when I was testing it. If something's going wrong. From then on, I don't know. Those are some funky looking traces. Let's see. Yeah, that looks nasty. What's going on with that capacitor? Have I been soldering on that? Or is it just dirty? What's going on? Why are you covered in goop? That's the wrong one. What is that? That's not anything I put on there. It's like glue from something. Well, it doesn't look to be causing an issue, I don't think. Yeah, cap's not shorted. Weird. Must have been some sticky note on there at some stage. That looks a bit suspicious. Where are we? Where are we? There we are. Oh no. That's going to be flux residue. Zero aim jumper link. Are you okay? Where are we? There we are. Are you okay? Yes. I would show you the multimeter, but there's no way this stream has enough resolution to actually do any good job of that. This is where we've been working. That's our old transistor. We've been pretty much all around the board by now. As in general, looking pretty clean. Around the edges, USB connectors and stuff. Often corroded since there's often power there all the time. And they're right by the edge of the board, but it's looking pretty okay. That is the heatsink. That's a big transistor. Another serial jumper. Are you okay? Where are we? We are there. Serial jumper's fine. SATA connector, transistor, chip. Chip looks fine. So this is quite deep inside the belly of the machine. I don't think we're going to see any liquid damage here. Now, let's just go to the other side of the board and see what it's got in store. Starting with a battery connector area. Because that's where we saw most of the other water damage. Yeah, that's the power input jack as well. This is looking a lot better than the other side of the board. No obvious signs of water damage. That looks like some kind of fuse thing. Where are we? There we are. What is that measure? That measures absolute short. Oh, there's another one over here. That measures short circuit. So those are probably fuses. Or current sensor resistors, either. Either goes. display connector. That actually almost looks nasty to the naked eye. What's it say of escape? No, that's fine. That's fine. That is fine. This board is generally looking pretty clean. What is... Oh, that's just nothing. I thought that was a component for a sec. Heatsink. I kind of want to take the DC plug out of the case and try and power this on now that we've remedied the horrible water damage. See if that makes a difference. Where's that scratch we fixed? I'd already had a look around this. I see it was looking fine. What is this big chip here? This looks like one of those power management ICs, which love to get corroded because there's a bunch of voltages at them. First looks fine. Doesn't have a hole in it. No corrosion. Yeah. I think it's time to just grab a DC plug and try and power this on. See if anything happens. I'm quite confident there's no more water damage on this. And of course, I check the MOSFET. No, I'm going to try and power it on first, because we have fixed an issue, and there's no point troubleshooting this further if it's just going to work. It is annoying. I need to undo the screen hinge in order to get the DC plug out of this case. Do I need to do more than that? Please get out of there. Come on. What are you stuck on? I desire your DC plug. There we go. Come on. Out you come. For all we know, the issue could actually be with the DC plug itself. But these big jacks tend to be rather reliable. Yeah, that is looking fine. Nothing horribly broken. So let's just connect this up, see what happens, get some RAM in there. I said get some RAM in there, why? There we go. Where's the connector? There's the connector. You guys deserve a better view. There we go. So let's see if there's going to be flames, because that repair we did was not of the best quality. Let's see. Seems to be doing nothing different. Do I actually have any voltages in this? We do have 19 volts coming to the motherboard. Do we have any other voltages? 19 volts. I'm just measuring around random caps. Compared to charge your ground. Oh, we do have 3.3 volts here, so that's good. We have some kind of standby supply. Oh, we haven't connected the CMOS battery yet. Let's put the CMOS battery in. Wherever I put that, there we go. CMOS battery in and get our power button and see if this will power on. Can I just remove the power button? Please let me remove the power button. Sanity check, does the power button actually work? Does the power button actually work? Come on. Yes, the power button does work. Now where does that connect to? It connects to the other side of the board, close to the CPU fan, I think. Let's see. Let's see. Willing to bet is the MOSFETs. Which MOSFETs? You can specify which MOSFETs you think are at fault. I can check them. I can easily check them. Where the hell does this connect? Where the hell does this connect? It connects to there. No, that's wrong. Okay, so we've got a power button. Let's see if something will happen. Hey, it's powered on. It powered on. Okay. Let's see if we can get some picture out of this. Does this even have VGA? This does not have VGA. Okay. Then we need my HDMI, and my HDMI is not accessible. This is where you get to see my beautiful rump. HDMI to this monitor is going up to the computer, and it's just a horrible, tangled mess of shit. Alright, HDMI. Will we get picture? Will we get picture? You'll also see this lovely HDMI with its blue LED. Alright, and I cannot adjust the source on that monitor, so we'll have to turn this on first. Power on. Swap sources. Come on, give me a picture. And it just powered off again. And it powered on again, which is very common for Intel machines when you changed the hardware config. It's drawing a bit more power. Input DVI. It is giving us picture, but it's entirely black. Okay, it could possibly not like not having the internal monitor connected, so let's just try that. We have solved the does not power on at all thing. What part did he replace? I did not replace anything, I just cleaned it up. Cleaned off the water damage. So let's... Yeah, we're not going to be able to get around not mounting this into the case, I think. Horribly annoying. Horribly annoying. I need to reattach the monitor to this. I should note that the monitor on this laptop is held in with a total of 4 screws going into plastic. So this is an extremely flimsy, fragile piece of shit laptop. Alright. You go in there. You go into the display connector where you belong. Come on. Yeah, that's good enough. Well, let's see. You go away. Let us see if it will power on. So it seems to do nothing if you don't press the power button, which is a good thing. Pressing the power button turns it on. Hey, Dell. It is giving us signal. Do we get anything on the HDMI as well? Or do we need an OS for that? Where's my HDMI? There's my HDMI! Will this go in without this properly mounted? Yes, it will. Let's kill the monitor. Do we get signal? Give me signal. Yes. You can't see that. Hang on, let's just... There we go. That's the signal coming out of the Dell. Sweet. My dad did just say where you live it's just fish and chips. What? Lewis would be proud. Perhaps. Alright, so let's find a hard drive and see if this will boot an OS. Back in a sec, I need to find a test hard drive. I am so bad at actually taking my test hard drives out of my machines that I don't know, I need to fix that. It's a bad habit, because on every stream I end up digging through like 5 laptops in order to find my Windows test drive. Lewis would be proud of it if it was a MacBook Pro, yes. I don't know. Hey, we've got a drive. No, I don't know what's on this drive. It's actually bolted in, which is not usually the case for my horrible, cheap test drives. But let's see. I think I actually installed Windows proper on this machine at some stage, intending to use it, but it's a really slow piece of shit. Okay, Seagate. I have no idea what this drive is. Oh yeah, I think this drive actually belongs to this computer. I think this drive belongs to this computer, and I've never had it out. But I'm pretty sure it's got a fresh install of Windows 7 on it, so it should be good enough for testing the Dell. And it's a pretty similar hardware setup in these two laptops as well. This is a like first gen i-series processor machine, so it's gonna be using the same Intel AHCI drivers as for Dell. So I think this might work. I think this might work well enough. You don't know. Oh god. This goes in which way? That way. How does this work? There we go. Now that's a cool drive mounting mechanism. Like, you slide, I like this. You slide the drive from the bottom in like so, flip it down, and then connect it to the mainboard. That's a very nice tool-free mounting scheme. I do not mind that at all. Right. Boot into Windows. We don't need the HDMI anymore. Windows is starting. No blue screen. This thing has 1 gig of RAM. This is going to run incredibly slowly. One gig of RAM and a 5400 RPM hard drive. That's a recipe for excellent performance in Windows 7. But I would at this stage call this a successful repair. There could still be follow-up issues. I need just to build to test the machine properly. Let's see if we can just try and use it a bit. Move around Windows menus and stuff. We need a keyboard and mouse. Give me USB. Give me a mouse. This is a mouse. We are installing a bunch of drivers. This is going to take forever. But if you like this video, and if you like the fact that this trashed machine is working again, give this video a big thumbs up and like it and share it and comment and do all those nice things which the big YouTubers always tell you to do. Because that helps out a lot. It's retarded, but it does help, because we are all dependent on YouTube's automatic algorithm for our advertising. And I do not advertise my channel anywhere else save for 4chan, so you would be helping me out a bunch. And you would keep these old laptops from the recycle bin. Please install these drivers already. This is going to take forever since it's the bloody 5400 RPM drive. Don't forget to donate at Patreon. Oh yeah, you should also visit my Patreon at patreon.com/ffcossack and give me money. Hey, we've got a mouse. Let's see. Let's see. Please do something. This is not doing anything. Right. What's the spec on this thing? No, that's wrong. Properties. 1 GB of RAM, 911 megabytes available. It's got an Intel Core i5-3337U at 1.8 GHz. So I'm not sure if that's good or bad. Do we have our device? We should have most drivers. Oh god, no. No, we have no drivers for anything. No drivers for anything at all. Upgrade the RAM. Yeah, I'm gonna do that when I actually make this properly. This is just a test. See, in case the RAM voltage reg is shorted out, that means I'm gonna get 19 volts going into my RAM stick, and I don't want 19 volts going into a 4 GB RAM stick. I'd much rather have 19 volts going into a 1 GB RAM stick. Yeah, this is not bad. This is not bad at all. So I'm honestly surprised. I am honestly surprised. I would not have imagined that water damage actually being the issue, since it seemed to have been an issue which arrived after the machine was discarded, but I mean, it works. We've got graphics, we've got fan spin, we've got everything. Do we have audio? Is the audio working? Let's connect the speakers. It seems to have audio drivers. Okay, yeah, we need to reboot this thing. It's just everything's broken. Why would 19 volts go into a RAM stick? Because if there's a short in the switching transistor of a buck regulator, then you just basically get a short from the input to the output, and the input is 19 volts. So let's see. Let's see if we can get audio. Hey, didn't it say dying when I shut it off? I didn't notice. I did not notice. We've got 104 people watching. So if you just joined, you sadly missed the repair of this thing, but you can go back and watch the stream again. We found the issue and we remedied it, and that makes me happy because I need a computer with reasonable performance and a HDMI output. In fact, I think this thing is going to replace my ancient Dell laptop at work, which barely works at all. I have battery works, but we need to put this thing back together before we can try the battery, since the motherboard isn't mounted properly. The battery connector is not properly aligned, so the battery wouldn't even go in now. Yeah. Windows isn't genuine, I don't care. We've got audio. That is one nice laptop. What was the problem? I just started watching. It had water damage on the around the battery connector. Certainly has audio. Will it die if I do something like this? No, it seems to be in good working order, showing no signs of failure. What a lovely day to be alive. Did we get any more drivers? Not, you're not using genuine Windows. I was using genuine Windows, but it was activated using the slick tables in the laptop I ripped the hard drive out of. And the slick tables in this motherboard is going to be different, so it's not going to match the activation key I used. So this Windows will return to being activated once it's in the right computer, which actually has a Windows 7 slick. This is a Windows 8 slick. Device manager. How's this look? Do we have more drivers? No, we don't have any drivers. Yeah, but I think this thing is just going to work fine now. I think it's going to just work fine. So let's shut it off and put it back together. I saw some green stuff on the battery connector. Might want to check for corrosion before you connect it. Why? No. Battery's not got any corrosion. And I mean, we just reworked the entire area around the battery connector. That's going to be good enough. Granted, the battery has been through a situation where it's been discharged through like corroded circuitry, so the battery could be dead. I would not be surprised if the battery is entirely dead. Doesn't really matter, it's a piece of shit 4-cell battery anyway. I mean, seriously, this thing is so tiny. Just look at that. 4 cells. What's it rated? 65 watt hours. Oh, hang on there. I know it's 6 cell. Yeah, we've got 2 cells there. Okay. 6 cell battery. Fair enough. Alright. So again, keep liking the video, everybody. We got this thing working. So let's just put it back together. The exciting part of the stream is over. I'm just going to put this back together and be done. And I'm going to blow my nose again, so headphone users beware. Where's your HP i7 touch laptop? In my bedroom. Right, how's this come back apart? I need to have the motherboard back out for a moment. Come on. I wonder if I want to redo the thermal paste on this. Nah, it's warm. It's good enough. There's no horrible shit underneath here, no. It's looking fine. This thing is pretty clean. Well, even needs to be cleaned out. This thing mustn't have been running for too many hours before getting subjected to the water. Yeah, back together you go. Oh, yeah. I was wondering what was making a big mess, and I don't know, I've got a bunch of flux there from when we cleaned up that scratch. So that explains why I'm all sticky. Right, it has sticky for other reasons as well, since we fixed this thing. That makes me happy. I was really hoping to get this thing working. It's just got so many features I like in a laptop. The HP over there is also one which we fixed from the trash. It's the one which had the corroded power management IC. And it's working fine. But it doesn't have HDMI, so it's really annoying. You can only, it's only got DisplayPort, so you're pretty much forced to use a HP branded monitor with it. Come on. Back together you go. Side USB. An elephant, oh my god. Yes. I am an elephant. I am a true elephant. Isn't one of the American political parties betrayed by an elephant? My sayings do not necessarily reflect my political views. DC plug goes back in. And gets rated properly. There we go. I should put new Loctite on the hinge screws, but I don't have any, so I won't. Is it a DP++ port? I have no idea. DC wire. Go into your little trench. Go into your little trench. Stay out of the way. Ugh. This is annoying. There we go. And there we go. We should not forget the wireless card. That would be bad. There we go. I think that's pretty much back together. Display wire, you go back in your case, and let's tighten the hinge screws. Oh yeah, this is so typical. The hinge screw is loose. It's so bloody common on these cheap laptops that the hinge screws just loosen on their own. Happens all the time. Was the laptop screen working when he connected it, or did he have to fix something? The computer was entirely dead when we started. It is no longer entirely dead. Alright, I think the motherboard was only attached with one screw, so I don't think we need to reattach anything more in here right now. Can we get more wider angle on that? Let's just watch him struggle to put it back together. Well, these things usually go together easier than they come apart. This thing is quite fresh. I mean, the touchpad has, you can see some shininess to it, but it's really not horribly used at all. This thing has not seen many hours. Let's not forget to reinstall the power button.
That would be annoying. That would be a very annoying thing to forget. How does this go together? How does this go together? This is the kind of stuff I would need a cameraman for. There we go. That's back together. Speakers connected, USB connected. The single screw connected. I think this is good. Good to go back together. I really should put some Loctite on the hinge screws. But I don't have any Loctite, so who cares? Who cares? Snappity, 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 snap. Snap, crackle, pop. And the horrible noise which comes every now and then is when I brush my head up against the mic. In case you're curious. Now I'm going to be smart about this and try and power it up once before putting all the screws back together. And I will install the wireless card first in case there's an issue with that as well. Hot glue. Hot gluing a screw would not provide anywhere near enough friction for it to actually make a difference. Alright. Antennas. Maybe it's more constructive to have you guys look at that. Yeah, that looks better. That looks better. At some stage, the signal going to my monitor has also switched from the actual stream to only my microscope, and I have no idea what that is, why that is. OBS Studio is one of those programs which kind of just do random things for you, and you never ever figure it out. So that's the wireless card installed, that's everything installed save for the keyboard. So let's do the keyboard as well. Now let's put the hard drive in and try and boot it and turn it off using the integrated peripherals. Because if that works, then we are done, and this will be a good computer. I will not make a Trump joke. I will not make a Trump joke when repairing things. Hard drive goes in. Give us some power. It is no longer powering on. Why is that? Why are you no longer powering on? Did I connect the right wire? I did. Why is this no longer powering on? What's causing issues? That's a mystery. That is a mystery. So this machine does have some further issues. What a good thing that I tried powering it on before putting it all back together. How odd. How odd indeed. What have we done? We have just put a... Oh. Okay, it powered on now. Why did it power on now? Why did it power on now and not before? That's confusing. I am now confused. This my charger could possibly be of not the greatest quality. Here's my charger fucked. Why would you not power on at first? Fucking around with the DC plug does nothing. I am now confused. Let's say that was just a fluke. I disconnected the touchpad, so I can't use the internal peripherals anyway. Let's turn you back off and try again. Could be an issue with the keyboard if it's liquid damaged, but it doesn't look that way. This does not look like a liquid damaged keyboard. Will you power on? Yes. Will you power on if I remove that, wait a sec and try again? No, it's not powering on again. That is odd. If I do that again, will you power on? No, he's dead. This is confusing. This is very confusing. Why are you dead? Is it because of the keyboard? Is it because my charger is shit? Clean the keyboard. I don't know. Probably should. Let's put some alcohol on the charger plug and give us a bit of a scratch. Now it powered on. Will you power on reliably? Powers on. Powers on. So it is now powering on. Will it keep powering on if I remove this? Wait a sec and put it back in. It powers on. So let's do that again and give it a few more seconds. Clean the keyboard, clean the keyboard. I am getting to that. I want to confirm that it actually does power on without the keyboard first. Yeah, powers on. So now we've established that the machine does power on, so let's connect the keyboard and see if it stops. No, it's powering on now. Now, it could just be due to the fact that it could be that the keyboard has to be connected while the power is being applied. So let's try that. It is now dead. Unplug, wait a few secs, put it back in, still dead. So let's remove the keyboard, and it now works. I would say that we've established that there's some kind of issue with the keyboard. We're all saying keyboard connected. I am very aware that you're saying keyboard connector. But the question is, how would the keyboard connector cause an issue like this? There's nothing, no corrosion or anything on the pins. It looks fine. That's the keyboard connector. The PC side is fine. And the keyboard itself, I mean, top side looks really clean, even under a microscope. And bottom side really looks fine as well. So this is a bit confusing. Yeah, let's clean the keyboard connector and see if it helps. I mean, it doesn't hurt. Alcohol fixes everything all the time. Well, let's power on. No. Where are my Q-tips? Well, this is an odd issue. I mean, a keyboard is a pretty passive device. And when no key is pressed, I don't see why there would be any circuit made through this, unless it's failed. There are no obvious signs of water damage on this. How does it look underneath the keys? Let's pop one. Yeah, this is looking really clean. Just look at that. That's flawless. Oh yeah, it is flawless. What an odd issue. So does this still power on without the keyboard? Yeah, it does. Well, let's see what happens if we connect the keyboard while it's running, if it's going to work. Or if it's just going to catch fire. There's no smoke. Let's see. Is it backlit? Doesn't look like it. Well, the caps lock LED works. Touchpad works. Yeah, something's up. Pressing the Windows key should not make that noise. What's... Well, I want to clean the touchpad. It's grimy and disgusting. Yuck. That's better. Let's go to Notepad and see what happens if we try and type. Hey, let's see. Let's see if we can be fancy here. Let's see. I'm gonna try and be very, very fancy here. So fancy that you wouldn't believe. And this is probably going to cause my HDMI capture card to fuck itself over big time. But let's see if we can capture HDMI from the laptop directly. So I'm going to kill the microscope and we're going to get laptop. Let's see. Let's see if we can get laptop. Okay, we do not get laptop because we don't have a proper graphics drivers installed. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. What a shame. And this is the part where I reconnect the camera and... Oh, wow! It recovered. I did not expect that. Back in a sec, I need a bit more water. Right, so this is a mystery. This is a mystery. Right, so let's just keep going like this. So I'm getting good letters. Pressing the Windows key types a number 1. Pressing the FN key makes a letter A. Spacebar makes space. And the numpad is acting weird. Pressing 2 makes it press home and 2 at the same time. 3 is a 3, 4 is a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 does paragraph 8 and home. 9 is a 9. Okay. Well, this is very interesting. How should I describe this? The multiplication mark makes Z star dash all at once. As does numpad minus End does end 1. Home does the same thing as 8. Page down does A enter. This is very interesting. Page up is Q. Delete is... I don't even know. This is very, very interesting. Oh no, actually... Yeah, delete actually deletes. Okay. Print screen is normal. F keys, whatever. They don't seem too odd. Tab does tab. So there's something weird with the keyboard. I'm thinking it's the keyboard rather than the controller. Because this, like, feels to me like some shorted row somewhere. So it's not impossible that this keyboard has just been subjected to a whole bunch of water. How does it look underneath this tape? I get the sense of this is a water damaged keyboard. Okay, can't see anything there. Now I have a mild keyboard cleaning solution, which I could use to try and clean this up. Ugh, annoying. You can't really see any obvious issues on this. It is very weird though. Difficult to troubleshoot without having an extra keyboard to compare it to. I don't think I... Hang on, maybe I actually do have something. Back in a sec. Here's something from a similar generation Dell, not entirely identical, but maybe it's good enough. It has the same connector. We'll try it. We will try this keyboard. It will probably not work right, but I don't think it's going to cause fire. Come on. In you go. This was actually the right connector. It is absolutely the right connector. Identical. In you go. Okay, this keyboard just does nothing, so it's wrong pin out. Oh no. I got something out of it. Come on. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's just so the wrong pin out. It's not working right. Oh, what a shame. That's the only possibly suitable thing I have. Wait, does that HDMI port have a blue light in it? The cable has a blue light in it. It's retarded. It was the cheapest cable. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put this keyboard to soak in my keyboard cleaning solution, and I'll give it another try in the future. But as far as this stream's concerned, we'll be going for 2 hours, and I think we're gonna round it up because I'm 80% certain the issue is in this keyboard, not in the computer. So I'm gonna thank a lot of you for watching. Do like the video if you like fixing laptops and preventing them from getting scrapped. And I will see you in another video. Cheerio.